Have you ever felt that your heart is too open to this world? Perhaps you saw a bird fallen on the sidewalk, or heard about your neighbor's cat, and it did not only make you sad, it shattered you. You feel that pain in your chest, as if it were your own loss. Recently, I read a journal entry from a woman who felt cursed by her own compassion. She asked, "Why do I cry for hours over a being I do not even know?" If you are watching this video, perhaps you have just come across the terms HSP and empaths. Today, from the perspective of an HSP in the East, I want to tell you, this sensitivity is not a burden you must painfully carry on your shoulders. It is simply a gift that has not yet found its ground to shine. If your heart aches when you see a tree being cut down or an abandoned animal, come sit here with Soul Constellation. You are not alone, and you are not a problem or a pathology. In the West, we often try to fix emotions. But for highly sensitive individuals, meaning HSPs and empaths, your brain is physically structured differently. First, let us speak about your mirror neurons. These are the neurons responsible for empathy. Research shows that in individuals with high empathy, the mirror neuron system tends to become more active when they witness the suffering of others. When you see a being in pain, your brain does not merely observe the pain, it mirrors it. To your nervous system, the neighbor's cat is not over there, its pain is happening within you. Some studies suggest that the insula, the region that integrates bodily sensations and emotions, may become highly active when we witness pain. This is why you feel a sharp ache in your heart or a tightening in your gut. And this is not your imagination. It is a real response of the nervous system when you witness the suffering of another living being. You are not overreacting. You are experiencing an intensified emotional reality. Your brain is like a finely tuned string instrument. But without a way to release that energy, the instrument becomes overloaded, the strings are stretched too thin, and sometimes, they may even snap. In Eastern philosophy, this deep empathy is called Karuna, compassion. But there is an important distinction between empathic distress, which is feeling the pain, and compassionate presence, which is allowing the pain. When you see a suffering animal and you break into pieces, you have become attached to that suffering. In the East, we practice the art of equanimity and non-attachment. There is a beautiful concept in the East, that true compassion is always accompanied by acceptance. It is the realization that we cannot control the entire journey of every living being. Each life has its own path. When you cry for hours over a passing cat, ask yourself, does that suffering bring peace to that being? Or does it only wither the life within you? I am also a highly sensitive person. I once carried the weight of everything broken that I saw. But I learned that my overwhelm does not help the bird or the cat. It only paralyzes me. To acknowledge pain is an act of kindness, but despair only depletes your spirit. If you can help, help within your capacity and safety. If you cannot, learn to bow to the unfolding of nature and offer a prayer for them. Instead of crying for hours, light a small candle or offer a 10-second prayer for that being. Give that energy somewhere to go so it does not become trapped in your body. You are not suffering because of empathy. You are a guardian of compassion in a world that often feels cold. Your tears are sacred, but they are not meant to drown you. To reduce anxiety and stop judging yourself, we need to learn to build emotional boundaries through mindfulness. When you witness something painful that you cannot intervene in, say, I see this suffering, I acknowledge it, and offer a prayer for that small being. Then allow the emotion to pass like a cloud, do not hold on to it to torment yourself. You may move a snail off the road, that is kindness. But if you cannot save them all, accept that you are only human. You have done the best you can. When you feel overwhelmed by negative news, take a deep breath and feel your body. Do not let your mind dissolve into the suffering of others. You must remain well in order to continue spreading kindness. This world needs sensitive people like you to become softer. But you do not need to carry the entire world on your shoulders. Be a small star that radiates warmth, rather than a candle that burns itself out in the dark. I would love to hear from you. What has touched your heart recently that you find difficult to release? Let us share together in the comments.